friends. Okay, I decided to go ahead and finish my red, white, and blue journal and not drag it on for ever. So I finished. I think it turned out pretty cute. So let's take a look. On the inside I had this pocket, and I made this big journaling card to go in here. Okay, I like to do that in the front. And this page here, this was fun. You know those, you get all these junk envelopes in the mail, and a lot of them have this security stuff on the inside. And I like to take those and turn them inside out and make an envelope with it inside out. So that's what I did here. I had to kind of repair this one and shorten it on both ends a little bit for it to fit. But there's the envelope. I made a pocket out of it, and I just glued it down. And then I made this journaling card. Okay, and it's on an index card. So that fits down in there like that. I love doing that. There's so many things you can do with those junk envelopes. And mostly I love to make pockets and stuff with them. And you can even cut off the bottom portion of a pocket and use that. Lots of different things. You've seen this. This was the sailboat page. So there's the sail. There's the pocket, and then you put a tag in there to keep the sail down. Okay, and this piece was my fold out flippy page that you can journal on in here. It just folds down like that, and then tucks in there like that. Okay, and this page had the belly band, and I just cut out a little flag and put on here, but I found a navy blue envelope in my junk envelopes, and I thought that went in there really well, like that. And I slit this end of it, and so this makes a big pocket so you can put stuff in. And then you pull it out, and I just put a strip of paper a little bit smaller than this to belly band right up the middle, because my name had been written on there. This was a card I got from somebody. So when it's sitting in there, you can't even tell until you pull it out. I like it. Okay, so in this pocket, this was a fabric pocket, and I put a piece of that lace across the middle, and then these little wooden buttons I found, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. And I thought that was so cute, so I just glued that on, tied that in there first, and then glued it on. And then I just folded up a piece of coffee dyed paper, put in here for extra writing. This is the middle of this signature. And I put just one string of beads coming down. Well, I used both of those because I had this tied in a bow. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I just made one set of beads coming down this signature in the middle. I put this butterfly. I can't remember if I showed you this tag or journal card before, but this journal card I put in here. This is another one that I made. This is a totally different digital. I love it. And then I just ripped around this piece right here out of this digital that I used. Put this down here in the corner. Okay, and this is that flippy notebook I was showing you before. And I did put a piece of that lace across the top also. And I had this little, I think we put this little pocket in here last time. And I stamped on it. I found a 4th of July stamp set that I had. So I took this little fireworks stamp and stamped on here. And then I had put together this little book, little notebook, and I stapled it. So I just opened it up like this and stapled it on the spine and folded it. And that fits in there just like that. Pretty dandy. Okay, and then you saw this pocket I made with a starburst. And Uncle Sam. And I believe you saw this before too, the journal card I made and put in this fabric snippet that I made. Put in here. I am selling these on my Etsy also, and also different colors. So they will be in my Etsy soon. I just need to finish some of them. Okay, and this had a belly band across, so I just put these little stars on this, and then I made this. It's just a couple little 3x5 index cards, and I attached them with a brad, and I just put this little decoration on top, and you can, you know, slide it to write on both pages. So just put that in there like that. Okay, and then here's another snippet that I put on this page, this little journaling card. And this was that hat that I fussy cut around and made a tuck spot out of it, and I put this in here and this little tag that I made. I showed you that one the other day. And I think I showed you this pocket also. And then I made this journal card. It's got this is called an old-fashioned tie up here on the top, and I cut out another little flower out of the paper. It's not this flower that's underneath, but it works to layer it on top. I thought it looked really cute. And then I just used stickles in the center of the flowers to make it shiny. Okay, and you've seen that page, and this is the center of the second signature, and this time I used both of these strings, and what I did was I made paper beads out of this digitals that I used in here. I think it was like one of the strips off of this page here. And then I have these little red beads and a clear one that I put on this one. So that's what I put for my charms in here. I'm not sure if I showed you this. I don't think so. Another little journal card I made. I don't have any red, white, and blue like patriotic washi tapes, but I did find this one, and it's very tiny, red with silver stars on it, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cute, so I just put that on here. It's the only thing I have that's patriotic at all. And here I took a piece of packaging that was really tall. I had to cut off about that much because it went way above my page. So I cut it down. I put double-sided tape all around the edges and just put that down here, and I made this tall, like a bookmark. I put a grommet up here, or an eyelet up here in the corner, and made a double bow with the red and the blue baker's twine. Thought that turned out pretty cute, and then that just goes in there like this. You can either keep it in here, you can use it somewhere else in the book, or you can take it out all together and use it in another book. Lots of spaces in here for journaling. This is another idea that you can use for a junk journal. And on this one was all white, so I just took a sponge and sponged the red brick that, you know, stress oxide ink. Fired brick, I think it's called. I just sponged it around the outside. On the inside, I took it apart in the back so I could put this strip inside. I wanted the rest of that to show. And then I just put this little decoration on the outside, cut a thumb hole there, and I made this big tag to go inside. Okay. So that just fits down in there. Perfect. And we're almost done. This had a pocket back here, and I made another journal card for it. And then this is the back cover, and I have this pocket and this journal card back here. So that's it. Let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun making this, and I will probably be putting this on my Etsy, in my Etsy shop. Okay, so be looking for that. As well as the snippets that I have in there. All right, thank you guys for stopping and watching, and let me know what you think. A lot of fun, and I'm glad I did this. I will probably make another one, maybe for myself, for, you know, to commemorate 250 years of our nation. Okay, thank you so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.